All right, let's dive into something huge. This isn't just any old football match. We're talking about the Merseyside derby, a massive clash between Everton and Liverpool where bragging rights, well, that's just the start. Today, we're breaking down why this particular derby has some seriously high stakes.
This rivalry, it runs deep, It's woven into the very fabric of the city. But this time, it's about so much more than just history. It's about a European dream. So it all comes down to one simple but massive question. Who wants it more? Yeah, forget about who has to buy the coffee on Monday morning. The stakes in this derby are way, way higher. We're talking about tangible rewards that could literally define the rest of the season for both of these clubs. And what are they fighting for? The big one. Both of these clubs are in an absolute dogfight for a coveted spot in the Champions League. A win here isn't just 3 points. It's a giant leap towards securing their place among Europe's elite. And look at this. It doesn't get much closer. A razor-thin margin of just 5 points is all that separates these two rivals. In a race this tight, every single point, every single goal is magnified.
To really get why this is such a pressure cooker, you have to understand the story of each club's season. And honestly, it's a classic tale of two completely different paths, one of ascent and, well, one of descent.
For Everton, this season has been a breath of fresh air, one of their best in recent memory. But for Liverpool, it's been a total nightmare, their worst campaign in years. It's a perfect storm of contrasting fortunes about to collide in one of the biggest games of the season.
And of course, in the dugouts, we have two managers feeling very different kinds of pressure. You've got David Moyes trying to capitalize on Everton's momentum, while Arne is desperately trying to steady the ship for Liverpool.
So let's take a look at the form guide, shall we? Who actually has the momentum coming into this? Who's been stumbling? The recent results? They tell a pretty fascinating story. Let's start with Liverpool, and yeah, the picture isn't pretty. Their season struggles are laid bare right here. Just one single win in their last 4 league matches. That is hardly the kind of form you want to be in heading into a derby. But there is a little glimmer of hope. That one win was their most recent game. A comfortable 2-0 victory over Fulham, thanks to goals from Rion Gumaha and the ever-reliable Mohamed Salah. So the real question is, was that a sign of a turnaround or just a temporary reprieve? Now, let's talk about Everton. They've actually had a tough time at home this season, but their last match at their new Hill Dickinson Stadium was a massive statement. It really looks like they might have finally cracked the code on their own turf. Looking at their last 3 results, you can see it's a bit of a mixed bag. That impressive 3-0 demolition of Chelsea with a brace from Beto, that was the high point. But it was sandwiched between a frustrating draw with Brentford, where they conceded in stoppage time, and a 2-0 loss to Arsenal. Consistency is the key question here. So with all that as the backdrop, let's get down to the brass tacks. What exactly is on the line when these two teams walk out onto that pitch? For Everton, a win would be huge. It would catapult them into 6th place, right over Chelsea. And for Liverpool, a victory is just as crucial. It would be a massive confidence boost and would really strengthen their European ambitions as they head into a brutal final stretch of games.
If you're looking at history, it does favor the visitor's manager. Arne has a pretty good track record in this fixture, winning 2 of the 3 derbies he's managed. That kind of experience could be a real game changer. But let's not forget the last time these two met at Everton's ground. It ended in a draw, thanks to a moment of pure magic, a stunning stoppage-time volley from James Tarkowski. It's just a reminder that in a derby, anything can, and often does, happen. So the stage is set. You've got contrasting seasons, European dreams, and the weight of a city's expectations. Who's going to handle the pressure? Who will seize the moment and rise to the occasion? Well, we are all about to find out.